friends. I'd like to do a tag. What's in my fridge? And there is a lot in my fridge, and I haven't even gone shopping for a while. So it is organized in bins, but there's so much stuff in there and I've been cooking from this for quite a while. So anyway, this is my stock in my fridge. So there's a lot of things in there. Most of it's healthy food. And then this is the door. And I've got all kinds of stuff in there too. But this does allow me to cook from my pantry a lot, so I don't have to run to the store every time I need something. So, yep, this is what my fridge looks like. And I need to clean it out and take an inventory and see what I have. So I'm going to start pulling some of this stuff out of here and show you what's in my fridge. Okay, so I have the top bin empty now, and I put it all on my table. And this is what was on the top of my fridge, or the top shelf. So anyway, let's see. I have some citrate of magnesia. That was from when I had a colon prep for a colonoscopy. Yay, that was fun. I have some yeast, and I have some buttermilk powder. I have some chive blossom vinegar that I made. It used to be purple, but it's kind of turned brownish now. That's from 2013, yeah. So I think that's going to go. And I have some other vinegar. I don't know what this one is. Don't know how long that's been in there either. I have some gravy master. I have a little bit of sourdough starter that I saved, and that was from this year. That was sourdough starter that I made with yeast. And I had two kinds, one I made without yeast and one I made with yeast. So I saved a little bit of that. I have some Vegemite. I have two of those. We'll use that in vegan and vegetarian cooking. So I have a couple of those. And I have several different kinds of mustard here. I like different kinds of mustard. I have yellow mustard. I have Dijonnaise, and a little tiny bit left of dill mustard, and I have a new dill mustard, champagne dill mustard. I like dill mustard. And I have some dried lobster mushrooms. I use that in vegan cooking too. And I have a couple beauty things. This is retinol serum. I keep that in the fridge. I have another thing upstairs in my bathroom, but I keep the main of it in the fridge. I have some vitamin C serum. I have something back here too. Oh, this is Biocidin. It's for medical. I forget even why I have that, but anyway. That's in there, and I have some fresh squeezed lemon juice. I have several cans of pineapple juice, a little bit of sour cream left, some Miracle Whip, some garlic with spices, some mayo. This is just from pickled beets, the liquid. I save that and I make seitan out of that. I have some dried cheese that I made myself. It's like a nacho cheese. It's a nut cheese, so I have that. I have I have a little bit of cookie dough left, and I have these 3 or 4 containers of yogurt that I made actually a long time ago. I think it's soy yogurt. Those are going out because those have been in there a long time. Okay, so that's what's on the top shelf of my fridge. I'm going to clean that off and rearrange it, and then I'll be back. So now I'm going to pull out the things on my second shelf. Okay, so I still have some things out here from my first shelf, the stuff over here, and this is what I pulled out from my second shelf. So I've got this Dollar Tree bin. I like these for organizing the fridge. And I've got some banana peppers. I've got some dill chips. I've got some, what are these, other peppers, sweet pepper strips. Got a couple different mayos. I've got sriracha, mayo ketchup. Got my tea. Got some marinated mushrooms. And I've got a couple bread baskets here with leftover bread. I saved that for breadcrumbs. I've got some gyro bread, and this is starting to get hard too. Let's see, I've got some flatbread, and these are tortillas. And I've got another roasted sweet pepper. I've got some mushroom-based bouillon and a couple medications. Actually, these are from my pets. So, let's see what else I have here. I've got some leftover French fries and some, this was sour cream, no, cream cheese that I made for my mom's birthday party, and a couple of things of sour cream that I got from a restaurant. So that's what's on my second shelf, and I'm going to clean that now. Okay, so I decided I have lots of different mustards down here, and I'm going to put all the mustards together because I also have the mustards up here. So I'm going to put those down there into one of these bins. And these bins are from the Dollar Tree, and they're great because you can slide them like a drawer, and you can put them either that way or you can put them this way, and they have the little slider thing. But I'm putting this one this way because I have this thing jutting out here, and it fits better this way. Alright, I started putting back some of the things in the top shelf here. So back here I put my lotions, and here is my sourdough starter and my yeast and my buttermilk. And so, you know, I can slide this stuff out easily if I need to get to it, and this is higher, I can get to it. And then these are all my mustards. And that's my refrigerator. I've had it open too long. So anyway, those are my mustards, and then I'm going to put one more bin over here with some other things in it. So I'll be back, and then that top shelf will be cleaned and done. Alright, so the top shelf is done. I have my mustard, and I'm using these up. I just have way too many, but they're still good. I don't want to throw them out. I use the mustard for cooking. These are my mayos. I put all the mayos I had. Some were in the drawer, some were scattered in the fridge. I put all those in here, and then the tartar sauce and another aioli mayo, and I'm using that stuff up too. So this is why I do so much cooking from the pantry, because in all honesty I get bored with what I have, so I try different flavors and different things, and it just gets to be too much. So in my quest to downsize and live more sustainably and reasonably, I need to use all these things up, and this way I know what I have and where it is. When it's scattered all over the place, you know, I just don't know what I have. So I'm cataloging everything and putting everything where it goes. So I'm going to work on another shelf. All right, this is what was on another shelf. So I have some tofu here. I have some leftover. This was actually homemade tomato soup that I made, that I had in the freezer that I found the other day, but I'm going to make a dish out of this. So I'm going to make some cooking from my pantry dish out of that. I still have half a baked potato left over. I'll eat that probably for breakfast tomorrow. I have some more sauerkraut balls. I'll eat those for a dinner. I still have some of my homemade croutons. I have some fennel seeds from last year. I have a couple packs of those, and I make tea out of those. And then here I have some other fennel seed that I actually bought. My mother gave me this. This I bought, and I've had that for a while. I keep that in there. So I make teas out of that, and I make vegan sausages out of it too. So I use that for that. I have some roasted and salted pepitas. I like those for salads. And I have some chia seeds. I use those. Over here I have a couple packs of salad fixing things that come in, you know, those salad kits that I don't buy very often anymore. I just buy the romaine and make my own. I've got some lemon herb butter. I've got some garlic paste. I forgot I had that, see? I've got a little sweet and sour thing left over from a restaurant. I've got some roasted and unsalted sunflower kernels. I use those in cooking. This is like a dill sauce that came with something. Got a roasted seaweed snack, a honey Dijon. I want to use that in a fish recipe, vegan fish. I've got some Dolt's flakes. Use that in vegan cooking. I've got some butter that I bought when I made the butter salmon. Got that recipe somewhere in here too. And so that's what's on that shelf. And this is like a little drawer thing. And the shelf that I have it on is just big enough that I can slide it in and out. I like things that I can do that with, because my refrigerator is deep, but it's not real wide. So things get lost in the back of my fridge. So anyway, I'm going to do another shelf. Alright, so I put this shelf back together, and these are my pepitas, and then this is what I mean about like this drawer kind of shelf. So I just straightened that up a little bit, and I'm going to put that back in there. It's easy to get to. All I have to do is move my little pepitas, and then I put my fennel in here, and then back there I slid in my chia seeds and my other thing of fennel. And the reason I don't put the fennel all together is because the fennel that's on the shelf there doesn't have the little husk on it, and this one does. So that one back there I will use to make sausages, and this one I will use to make teas. So that shelf's back together. This shelf, this is the second shelf. I don't know what I'm going to put there yet, so I'm still working on that one. So upward and onward. I've pulled out some more things from another shelf. So here I have some sardines and some tuna. I keep some of that on hand. I used to eat that. I don't really eat it anymore, but I keep it on hand because my kids will come over for lunch sometimes, and that way I'll have something that they would like to eat. And then here are all the dried mushrooms that I've made. And then also, there's all kinds. Also some that I bought. These I all dried myself, and I'll make those probably into mushroom powder when I need some more. But I also bought some, these are wood ear, and these are stir fry. And then I showed you already the lobster mushrooms. These supposedly have a fishy lobster-like taste, so I want to try and make some lobster bisque out of that, some vegan lobster bisque. So I've got plenty of dried mushrooms. And then I've decided, so far, I think I want to keep one shelf for mostly leftovers and food that needs to be used up so I don't miss it. So I've put some of the things that I showed you before into these two bins, and I have some tofu here that needs to be used up. So I'm going to put those all on one shelf and put this stuff back in the fridge. Alright, so I put some of this stuff back. These are the mushrooms that I just showed you, and these are, I had to put some of the mushrooms there, but that's the fish I just showed you. Because part of the problem with my refrigerator is, and I really like my fridge, but none of these shelves are adjustable. They're just, they are where they are. So I'm kind of constrained a little bit as to what I can put in there. And here I have, I'm probably not going to take this apart because I know what's in here. And this is my cheese drawer, and I keep all my shredded cheeses, and I have my other cheeses. These are all vegan cheeses. And my hummus, I keep that in there. Some more vegan cheese, some more hummus. I keep my miso back here. I have a couple different things of that. And so this drawer really doesn't need to be redone. I've got a little bit of Cheese Whiz here that I use for the dogs if I have to give them a pill or a special treat. They like that. So that drawer doesn't need to be redone, and that's what I keep in there. So there is a method to an organized method to my madness here. But I've got one more shelf that I want to redo, and then my produce drawers, they need some work. So over here I already arranged this. These are open bottles of wine. My family and I, we like wine, and if there's a bottle of wine that's left over, I cook with it sometimes, and this is cooking wine. I have red, 2 bottles of red. I don't know why I have that, but anyway, probably because it got lost and I didn't know where it was. And then down here on the bottom I have my barbecue sauce, ketchup, soy sauce. That's down there, so that doesn't need to be redone. I need to redo this one. I keep my coffee creamer, my almond milk, whipped cream. This is like to make a latte, and I need to do something with this garlic. This doesn't really go with it. So some work to do there in the door yet, and then up here this doesn't need to be redone. I've got my Parmesan cheese and my my Earth Balance butter and things, so it's getting there. Okay, down here I have, this was organized, but I'm going to show you what I have down here. And here I have, these are relishes, and I have dill relish, and I have 2 sweet relish, because I probably bought one, didn't know I had one. And this is a hot dog relish, so I use that on my vegan hot dogs. Over here I have pickles. I have snack pickles, and these are dills, and these are bread and butter back here. So those are reasonable. And here I have all my salad dressings. These came in a kit, so I'll try to use those up. And over here I have some more cooking sauces. I have plum sauce, balsamic glaze, sweet and sour, and mandarin sauce. So I have those there, and that's where they live. And again, like I said, this refrigerator's really deep, so that allows me to pull everything out. And then if I keep things in bins, I can take one bin out and then get to the back. And then here, this is the shelf that I'm keeping for leftovers, and those will be back there. I've got the tofu and things in there. So I'll put a couple more bins in here so that they're easy to get to. And it's shaping up. And over here, I put my lime juice, my lemon juice. That was all over the place. So now it's in one spot. I have a couple things of jelly and jam. For now, I'm leaving the garlic here. This is the garlic with the spices and the garlic paste. And then this is my coffee creamer and milk. So that's staying there. And then this was the wine shelf, and I had a little room, so I stuck my maple syrup there. It fits nicely there. And then, like I said, down here I have my ketchup and barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and soy sauce. So that's looking pretty good. I still have a few things here that need to find homes. But all in all, I haven't thrown much away. It's mostly all condiments and things like that. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll show it to you when I'm all done. Okay, so I don't know why this is so dark. Anyway, I got this shelf all organized. This is my produce. I like these green bags that I got. It keeps my produce really fresh. Got some romaine down there. These are containers that I have. They're green containers. So I put a lot of my veggies in there. I've got some apples here. I think my battery's almost dead. That's why it's so dark. And more veggies down here. So I'm going to plug my phone in for a little bit, and it's all done. So I showed you the top shelf. Has my mustards, mayos, and I stuck the cookies in there, but that's mayo too. This shelf has my leftovers. That's my french fries, and back there, this is the shelf that the food needs to be used up in, so I'm keeping that, and it's got the 4 bins. So this food all needs to be used up, and then if I need more room, I can just take these bins out, and then I've got a space for something bigger. I showed you this shelf. That's all neat and tidy now. It's got my fennel and my miscellaneous salad things back there, and so that's that. The cheese drawer you saw, that didn't change. This has my eggs, my mushrooms, and the tuna and more mushrooms. This down here has my tea, my marinated mushrooms that are almost gone. These were the peppers. Why I have 3 of these, I don't know. Back there, that didn't change. This I had some miscellaneous things, pesto, and I put the tomato paste and the Marmite in there. My produce drawer is all neat. Everything's in green bags. This down here has avocados, more things in green bags. And these are refrigerator pickles. And I have some helpers. Down here I have all my barbecue sauce. Oh, what's in there, Lizzie? No, don't lick that. No. My barbecue sauce, my soy sauce, a couple other things, ketchup, wine, Here I have the maple syrup, all my garlic products, all my coffee products, my lemons and lime products, my jams and jellies, and my butter. I have some spray butter up there, and so that's my refrigerator, and that's what's in my fridge, and I didn't throw very much out at all. It just needed to be rearranged and made a little neater so that I know what's in there and that I can use it up in a reasonable manner and not buy so much stuff anymore. And as I use it up, I'll get more room and I can make more recipes. Alright, my friends, so let's recap. What is in your refrigerator? What did I learn? Don't buy so much stuff. Who had a messy fridge? I did. Who has a neat fridge now? I do. So anyway, if any of you guys would like to do a challenge here, show us what's in your fridge and how you keep it neat and clean and tidy. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.